Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing today? Today is the 5th of June. This is a new week, and then we have high impact news scheduled throughout this week. So you need to trade with caution. Today, we are going to be talking about gold and the potential 1,500 pips. Let me repeat that. We're going to be talking about gold and the potential 1,500 pips move, right? So first of all, just want to clarify what we have on the calendar for this week. You can see Monday gone, and we had USD on Monday. Tuesday, yesterday, we had USD. Wednesday, we have USD. Thursday, we have the USD. And Friday, the non-farm payroll, the big one for unemployment. So the market for the USD is bound to be explosive throughout this week. So you need to ensure you know what you are doing, or better yet, sit on your hands if you don't have any directional bias whatsoever. So back to the gold, right? The reason why I showed you this is because based on gold, expect some volatility, probably around the ADP non-farm employment change by 115, or the ISM services PMI by 3 p.m. and so on for gold, because gold tends to move in the opposite direction. Not all the time, but most times it tends to move in opposite direction based on what the DXY, the USD index, is doing. So this is the gold chart from the daily time frame. And from this daily time frame, if you have a look at this quickly, I want to first of all tell you this. First thing, it's an uptrend. Good. We got that out of the way. The next thing, market seems to be ranging in this area here, which is very key, very, very important. As it's ranging here, you can see we had a double top here earlier, and we had this nice daily, this is the daily time frame, we had this nice daily pin bar that hit this resistance, formed the double top, and then did what? It went all the way down to this point here. You would have expected it to get to this point here, but there seems to be some struggle here. And based on this struggle, what price now did, it's formed an area of supply here. I'm going to switch the time frame so that you can see better, which has formed an area of supply here, right? As you can see with this rectangle based on this here and this, if you look very well, you should be able to see some areas of, like here, resistance, support, resistance, resistance, and resistance. So this is a good area to look for your entry to start selling. Remember we said about 1,500 pips move. This is it over here. From where the gold is, if you can sell and hold on the daily time frame, this simply means that you're going to be holding this trade for days, for weeks, and maybe even months, or a few months, who knows. But this area here is yet to be tested. So it has a very strong and high gravitational pull based on orders. So we have a lot of traders that have set pending orders here to buy. So you have your buy limits here waiting. And the more buy limits are here waiting, the stronger price tends to move to that area. I've seen this too many times. And trust me, if you pay attention to this video, and then within a few weeks or a few months, would always give you updates on this particular chart, the daily chart. But apart from this daily chart, talking about this key area here for selling potential, you can see here it's about 23.60, and here is about, let's just say 22, right? So if you subtract 23.60 from about 22, that should give us about 1,500 pips, right? 1,500 pips thereabout. So now let's do something. Let's clean this up. I want us to cross over to the 4 hours time frame, and let's see what's happening there, because it's good for us to drop down in time frame so that we can find a discounted entry that will give us a smaller stop loss for this same 1,500 pips. So let's drop down to 4 hours and see what's happening. Beautiful. Now on the 4 hours, what can you see? You can see that price seems to be what? moving inside this triangle, this wedge that we have over here, right? And mind you, this wedge, if you look at what's happening based on this movement here, and we had this here, you can see now inside this wedge, it is expected to most likely hit this area and then start dropping back to this point, and then probably break out, retest, and then drop further down, right? This is my own analysis. It could as well break to the upside. I always say, just like a coin has two sides, always think about the two sides of the market, the buyers and the sellers as well, what they want to do. Just in case the market decides to go the other way, you can switch your analysis, switch your buyers, and then flow with the market. But for now, I am still strong bias to the downside on this gold shiny metal. This is the 4 hours time frame. Let's cross over to the hourly time frame, and then from the hourly time frame, we would more or less call it a day over here. Now this was the hourly time frame, and now looking at this area here, if you look very well, we have like a support, resistance, support, some resistance here, some resistance here. Now look at what happened. Expecting this area to hold, right? You can see it has poked above this area. It has poked above this area. Now, something normally happens when price pokes above. It could either be a breakout, proper breakout of that area, or it could be a false move. It could be a fake out, a false break. So I'm waiting to see if this will be a false break. If it is, then it might catch a lot of buyers that are trying to jump in to buy on the break over here. And then it might tank. And then that is when we might have it move further down. I'm going to stop on the hourly time frame. I don't want to drop down time frames anymore, because the lower the time frame, it starts to get more noisier, right? Because if you look at it now, we have news coming out today, we have news coming out tomorrow, Thursday, and we have news coming out on Friday. I am not ready to be looking at the 5 minutes time frame. If you're a scalper, I'm sure you already know that news and your trading, you probably tend to stay away, because most scalpers don't even have the time to put in a stop loss. And then before you know it, the news comes out. The reaction could even be before the news. The movement could be before the news. But then the news comes out and boom, the market just goes haywire, and you don't have stop loss in place, or your stop loss is too small and you get knocked out very fast or whatever. So we'll stop on this hourly time frame. So I'm going to pay attention to this point here. Guys, this video is a timely video, right? Because if I get my entry here as an example, this candle here could easily be what? This is the hourly time frame, don't forget. It could easily end as a pin bar. If it ends at a pin bar, sweet. We have about 45 minutes for this candle, this particular candle, to close. So let's see how that goes. So I'm going to be rounding up here. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. You have any questions, or you have your own bias whatsoever, whatever the case is, you have a question, you have your own bias, you want to drop your analysis, use the comment section below. I'll read it and I'll get back to you. Or if you need any assistance whatsoever, whatever you need, let's have that engagement, and then we'll get back to you in good time. So thank you guys for tuning in. Let's watch the video, let's digest the video, and let's try to take advantage of the videos, right? Very key, very important. As traders, we're here to make money. Let's try to make money together. Thanks, guys. Goodbye for now. Cheers.